Law of attraction. What are my manifesting strengths and how can I best use them? Let's find out. Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Granny B. If you're new here, then a special welcome to you. Please give the video a like, comment down below with any questions you have, and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell by clicking on that little icon in the corner there. And YouTube will let you know every time I post a new pick a card reading like this one. Okay, so today's reading, we're looking at the law of attraction and what your best manifesting strengths are and how you can use them. Most of these decks are listed in the description box below with an affiliate link because I'm an Amazon associate and I might get compensated if you purchase an item through one of those links, but it doesn't cost you any more money. Right, now remember this is a general reading. There may be some messages for you and some that for other people that are watching this. Take what you can relate to and just leave the rest. We've got 3 piles of cards here and I shuffled the stone tarot, crystals, the stone deck, and I pulled 3 crystal cards to represent the piles for you. So you can either pick by which number you're drawn to or pick by the crystal that's on top. Right, so we have group 1 and you've got Lemurian Quartz as the crystal. We hold it up so that you can see it, and that's group 1. Group 2, you got Turquoise, and group 3, you got Lapis Lazuli. So now what we do is we take a nice deep cleansing breath and look at the piles. 1, 2, 3, and then pick the pile or the crystal that you're most drawn to, and then go down to the description box or the pinned comment below and click on the timestamp there that takes you directly to the start of the reading for the pile you picked. Group 1, hello, welcome to your reading. As I always say, remember this is a general reading, so take what you can relate to and leave the rest behind. Right, so I'm going to give you what the crystal card says first. This is Lemurian Quartz. Lemurian Quartz is identified by its blushing hue and the ladder-like horizontal grooves that climb up its face. Its name is a shout-out to Lemuria, a fabled lost continent whose highly evolved inhabitants, some far-out folks insist, now live under Mount Shasta in California. Who needs it? Anyone in need of a vacation from their thoughts. Where to put it? Lemurians are like wands. Point them at body parts, friends, and other crystals that need more juice. When to use it? Whenever someone or something you love needs a zap of healing energy, awaken your inner wizard or witch and cast a spell with Lemurian Quartz. And the mantra is escape your mind. Put that up there. Okay, so starting with the fairy tarot here, and I asked them directly, what are your manifesting strengths? Now, this is you at your highest vibe possible, so listen with an open mind. You know, I always tell it like it is, but this is the most positive we can get to. Okay, that said. 9 of Summer. The wish card, wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. So you've got that Disney song on the wall somewhere, or you always see shooting stars, or you chant starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight at the first star of the night. You've got the ability to wish for something and have it come true for you. I'm feeling that you're very innocent in your energy. It feels really young, although you are an old soul. I love that you have fun with this too. And I don't think you're using this for the big things at all. This is really happy, bright energy. I like it. Two of Autumn. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. What did I just say? Yeah, you're having fun with this. In that happy, high vibe, just tripping along and getting all the chores done. The more fun you have with everything, the more fun flows in. You've really got the work-life balance down because even work is fun for you. This is the energy of achieving more than you ever dreamed you could, never feeling stressed or overwhelmed. I'm seeing Snow White cleaning the cottage while she also runs an online business and makes people happy with the service she provides. I'm seeing arts and crafts as well, and good cooking. I mean, stunningly excellent cooking. Balance. As I say, you've got that. I'm getting Libra vibes here. You're a mediator. You can bring that balance to most situations, and those that can't be balanced will just fade out of your life because you ain't on that vibrational level. You have the people around you that are your team. You look after them and they look after you. What you can't do, they can, and vice versa. Balancing your divine masculine and divine feminine energies is a huge key to the whole manifestation things, and you flow it. You're the one with the creative solutions. People come to you for advice and you see the answers clearly most of the time. And if you don't know, you know how they can find out. And that energy might foster codependency, but I'm not seeing that here at all. Strength. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of balance and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. Yeah, and Leo vibes. Part of what gives you all that happy energy is wisdom born from experience. You've you've been through tough times. You learned from them and you got yourself out of that energy. You know you can deal with that contrast, but you also know that it isn't necessary in the high vibe. You've risen above that. Kindness to both yourself and others, and that deep release that comes from forgiveness, both of others and of yourself. This is lovely. Let's stay vibing this high, shall we? The cards didn't half understand what I was asking them to do here. These messages are just right up there. I think that fairy deck approves. The good tarot now. I asked this deck what might be stuck in our vibrational energy here. Hierophant. And you might have a little leftover structure of religious teaching as opposed to spiritual teaching. There's a difference. Religion is, in so many ways, religion is separation. Spirituality is being at one. There's nothing inherently wrong with any religious teaching out there when you go back to the source of it. Every single one at the highest good level is telling us the same things in different ways, all have value. They run into difficulties only when these teachings get interpreted in ways that aren't for the highest good of all, or try to impose one true way on everyone else. Each to their own, live and let live. Love is the key. It doesn't matter what religion you are. The important message from this card in this deck is to pick a spiritual practice and stick with it. Meditation, quiet contemplation, positive reading. Anything that allows you to flow those feelings of deep love and gratitude, both in and out. Six of Earth. The universe constantly surprises and delights you with wishes coming true. But you do only ever ask for the small things. And I feel that you think you don't deserve the bigger things. You do, that's simple. What you put out, you get back if you will allow it. Stop saying no to that shower of abundance everything you put out is trying to flow in for you. Your karma is good. You may have some regrets about past action. And as the Strength card there says, forgive yourself. I think you can forgive everyone, almost anything except yourself. There are far more resources available to you than you're letting in right now. Two of water. There's a split in the group energy here. Some of you are longing for a relationship with someone. Some of you are longing for a relationship full stop. A few of you are caught up in the whole twin flame thing. There's one or two of you who don't want to be with who they're with. Oh, and breathe. First, self-love. Get it? Second, don't give me or the tarot your power. I can't tell you what to do, and the tarot can't tell you what to do. Whatever your particular situation, step back and really look at how you are behaving. Loving yourself first. What you are intending for is a deep soul connection with another human being. Everything else aside. In harmony, peaceful, loving, caring, mutual. That's what you and everyone else on this planet deserves. Intend for it, and all of these situations will work themselves out for the highest good of all. You know this. You can flow this. Queen of Fire, more Leo vibes. Soul connections, artistic, creative, passionate. I'm getting this fairy card vibe again. You be you, boo. Whatever the world says you should be. The universe is telling you to be yourself to the best of your ability. 100% you. Co-creating that happy multitasky dance. It's a word now, don't at me. You need a creative outlet. I bang on about it, but it's a real thing. Creation is what we're here to do. Make things that leave a little bit of us knitted into the fabric of the universe. It's a beautiful calling. You are also capable of really deep friendships, and you may only be letting the acquaintances in. Friends are the family we choose. The old soul tribe for your old soul. Let some good folk in. I pulled 2 energy oracle cards to clarify what we have so far. Community, so yeah, the old soul tribe thing called out. I'm getting the sense that you may actually be feeling lonely right now, and that this isn't the good kind of aloneness. Your vibe raising might have dropped some people out of your world, and it hurt. You want to call in the soul tribe and vibe that high vibe, happy-go-lucky thing with them. But you're manifesting the lack of them, or they all live in your computer. It might be the right time to join some sort of group, preferably spiritual, whatever flavour of that works for you. Meet people that are on your wavelength. To do that, you'll have to find a place that attracts people on your wavelength. But make sure you're being yourself. No masks. Rest and rejuvenation. You need a time out. Relax, meditate, do the spiritual thing. If you can go on a retreat, then do it. Or get a babysitter, lock the doors, unplug the phone, take the afternoon off work. Have a few hours uninterrupted you time, and don't plan it or structure it either. Just relax. Do what you want to do. Whether it's Netflix and chill or deep meditation, whatever will make you come out at the end of it feeling more whole and back in the groove. Self-care is not selfish. I asked the Angel Tarot to tell us the best way to use our manifesting strengths. Balance again. Libra again. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. In the guide for this deck, it tells us that compassion and kindness are the key to manifesting with this card, and that forgiveness brings healing that allows for new beginnings. That's a huge manifesting strength right there. You aren't impulsive. You intend for something and don't change your mind or put out mixed energy. You know what I mean. I want it, I lack it, I don't deserve it, I intend it, I vision board it, I don't want it, I want it. Mixed messages mean manky manifestations. Zadkiel is the angel aspect of higher self, the universe, whatever you want to call it, who brings into focus who you really are as a spiritual being and allows you to perceive all your self-worth and the immutable truth that you do deserve every good thing that it is possible to have as a child of the universe. That's big. Ten of Air. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from addiction. I said that you gained your strength because you'd been through bad times. Embracing change is one of your best manifesting strengths. If things can't change because you're holding on to them, then they can't change for the better. You can't get a happy surprise if you hate surprises. I love it when the unexpected happens. It means I'm allowing it in, and my seemingly impossible good coming to pass. Catherine Ponder says that. It is pretty unexpected. I think this is one of your biggest strengths and one of the best ways to use it in the law of attraction. You've been at rock bottom and you've lifted yourself out and you've seen some good manifestations as a result. You know that you can. I'm not sure that you're aware that you can ask for the bigger things still though, and you can. Not saying that you should, it's your choice. The World. Wow. A job well done, joy, contentment and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. Look, if there was ever a manifesting strength and how to use it, then this is the one. That's the whole law of attraction emotional set point right here. I'm putting that quote from that card on my vision board. You really have grown spiritually and you can see everything just there right at your fingertips. There isn't much that you couldn't achieve if you intend for it with this energy flowing. Clarity here too, and moving towards another awakening as things start to drop into place for you. Lovely, high vibrational, happy gratitude energy. Listen to this again. A job well done, joy, contentment and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. That's it. That's the law of attraction. That's the emotional set point. Oh, I'm really enjoying tuning into this. This is nice. Knight of Water. Falling in love or wedding proposals. The need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. I didn't ask the cards to predict here at all, but I'm just getting the feeling that this is what's flowing in for you, especially with the Two of Cups there. That with your vibration raised and all that lovely creative energy and the releasing of forgiveness, you're going to flow a relationship in. general reading though. Don't stretch to make it fit. Balancing emotions, and that's important. We've got balance twice. Don't get sucked into negative emotional down spirals, and be sure that anything that doesn't feel positive actually belongs to you. You might be picking up on other people's emotional states. You love the beautiful things in life and you deserve to be surrounded by them, being happily busy and fulfilled, surrounded by loving family, secure, contented, beloved. You really do deserve it. Never doubt it. Okay, so I asked the Everyday Witch Oracle to give me what your best manifesting technique is, remembering that me and the cards, we can't tell you what to do. Imagine and envision. Scripting. Look at it, clear as day. Get a notebook and start with the line, I am so happy and grateful now that, and write all the things that you intend to have in your life as if they were here and now and you were journaling about them. I do this myself most days. I find that it really boosts my mood. That's always a good manifestation regardless of what else happens. The guidebook notes for this card also talk about visualization, another good technique. There's some really good guided meditations online for visualization. I like the Honest Guys, their channel. You could find one that you like and use it. It's very powerful to visualize last thing at night in bed as you're falling asleep, so that the image of your visualization is the last thing that you see as you fall asleep. You could do the Neville Goddard technique of imagining yourself in the bed in your dream home, falling asleep there. Build that image up in your mind and fall asleep there, and try to wake up there too with all the realism that you can put into that image. Your imagination is a powerful problem solver too. Feed it positive stuff to chew on and it'll spit out answers that you weren't expecting. Okay, so if you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. While you're here, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that little icon and turn on notifications. Okay, so I'm moving on to group 2 now. Until next time, group 1, love and blessings to you. Bye. Group 2, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, as I always say, it's a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Okay, so first, crystal card, and you got the turquoise. And it says, what it is, brilliant blue-green turquoise has been rocked by humans longer than almost anything, since like 5000 BCE. From Lhasa to Marrakesh to Tucson, turquoise is, was, and always be, will always be, both go-to protector and fashion statement. Who needs it? Anyone whose voice has gone AWOL. Where to put it? Set in sterling silver rings, big old belt buckles and bolo ties, on the podium, open mic night, and wherever else you need to speak up or speak out. When to use it? When you feel disconnected from the things that make you human. When you've got something to express, get it out with turquoise, and the mantra is speak your truth. Right, so starting with the fairy tarot, and I asked the very direct question, what are your manifesting strengths? With a disclaimer, the way I asked them to give me you at your highest vibe possible. So it might not sound like you entirely, but listen with an open mind. You know, I always tell it like it is, but this is about the most positive we can get. Okay, so 4 of Winter. Set aside your concerns for now, where you can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation. The need for more sleep or a vacation. You're really good at not focusing on current reality. You can set it aside and really focus your attention on your intended manifestation, usually through meditation. There's a very calm energy here, like being able to walk through a storm, avoiding every possible negative outcome by focus, not accepting it, not rejecting it, just allowing it to be possible and letting yourself flow by it. This is beautiful. Meditation is really strong for you. You get clear messages and answers and solutions to problems that just drop into your awareness, getting to the point where you can drop the everyday niggles and stresses and simply be in the now. Yup, that's a strength. Queen of Spring, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Yeah, you believe in yourself, but more than that, you have a firm spiritual foundation that allows you to know so deep that the universe has your back. That means that you can be yourself, in your best self, and flow in all the people and resources you could possibly need for your intentions to manifest. So they do. This or something better every time. Balancing living in the current reality with your spiritual practice, it was something you had to work at. The lesson was to keep silent about the spiritual aspect and do what you do quietly in the background, creating the effect that you intended to see. Seven of Spring. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. I wish you'd stay still there. I know you want to be read. Assertiveness, but not in the rawr, fight me sense. That's judgment and resistance. This is you in your high vibe, and nothing and no one being able to knock you off that high vibe state, whatever's happening around you. You don't allow others to talk you out of your beliefs. You simply ignore their judgments, allow them to exist without allowing them to affect you. You know that your manifestations will happen, and you simply allow your life to flow so that it is so. That's not you just letting things slide, though. You do pay attention to everything that's going on around you. And you do all that you have to do in the present moment. Integrity. Very strongly. Ten of Winter. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. You know that everything is always working out for you, and so that you can flow. Yeah, you can flow the energy of gratitude and love. You've been through and out the other side of rough contrast. You know that whatever happens, if you keep your emotional set point high and don't react and spiral downwards, that things do work out every time. You also know that change is constant, always happening, and that if you don't resist it, if things never change, then they can't change for the better. Letting go of holding on to things, opinions, mindsets that you no longer need, that was a big step forward for you. You've definitely got this. So peaceful and calm and contented with a lot of gratitude and love flowing here. Gentle peace, lovely energy. The good tarot now. I asked this deck what might be stuck in your vibrational energy. Ten of Air. You might not quite be at the point where you can trust that things always work out for you in rough contrast time. There are still some patterns of thinking, being and doing that you may need to look at to let go of. Remember, genuinely, it isn't what happens to me each day that makes or breaks me. It's the only thing that I can control, how I choose to react. Laugh it off, swear at it, cry about it, rant about it. Can I change this? Yes or no? If yes, then just do it. Change it. If no, let it go. Don't let it grind you down, and definitely don't sweat the small stuff. I always ask myself if what I'm going through will matter in 10 years from now. Usually it won't. Very rarely has it been that big. If it is, then it's back to self-care. Don't let your spiritual practice slip. Remember, 20 minutes a day is a good meditation practice, unless you don't have time, in which case it should be an hour. And if you need to, then reach out for help and support, both from friends and family, and the spiritual side, and from professionals. The help is out there. You just have to ask for it. Justice. Karma. This is up to you. Please don't give me or any tarot reader or the cards your power. I can't tell you what to do, and neither can the cards. There's a feeling here that you might be holding on to past hurts and wrongs that were either done to you or that you did to someone else, that you feel that there is a karmic debt here. If you were the one in the wrong, then you can apologize. And you don't need to apologize to the actual person so that they see it or hear it. You don't need their forgiveness either. It isn't necessary. Just apologize. You could write a letter pouring it all out and then burn it or throw it away. If you were wronged, then the same thing applies. Forgive for your sake, not theirs. Again, you never have to speak to them. Write it out and burn it or throw it away. Hale Dwoskin tells us that feelings only lie. They tell you that you are going to get from letting go of them what you already have from holding on to them. You feel that your anger at something makes you strong and determined, that holding on to it gives you power. What it's actually doing is keeping you trapped in the emotions of the event that caused that anger, living in the emotions of stress. Karma isn't a person dealing out justice. We do it to ourselves. What we give out comes back reflected. Give out anger and get anger and struggle and more to be angry about back. But as always, take what resonates here and leave the rest. Eight of Air. Not being able to see things clearly. A feeling of dithering, hesitating, not wanting to pull my head out of the sand, wanting to stay comfortably numb and not wake up. Jack Canfield tells us that the first success step is to take 100% responsibility for our lives. Somehow it's not politically correct in spiritual company to take responsibility for where we are right now, that we're diminishing the pain and hurt and anger and shame and frustration that we feel in some way by doing that. But that's the whole point though, diminishing them, because all those negative emotions are simply baggage, heavy weight, a burden holding us in the past. By taking responsibility, I don't mean blaming either ourselves or others for it all either. No shame, no blame, just a clear look at exactly where we are and how we feel here and now. No illusions, no wishful thinking, no rose-colored glasses. King of Water, emotions running deep. I'm feeling overwhelmed by them. That's okay. You are a spiritual being, and you're having a human experience that can feel overwhelming. If you feel that you can't cope, then ask for help. Get the advice and the support from professionals that you need. There is help out there, and you won't be less spiritual by asking for it and working through these emotions. There's a path here that's leading you towards the realization that we're all one. That the reason I can tap into your energy is that on a fundamental level, I am you and you are me, or better said, we are both part of the whole universe, completely connected. There's a harmony in that whole that can be frightening, that can feel as if you'll lose your individuality if you stop seeing duality. That's not the case. We can be wholly and completely unique and experience unity. Other people's ways of getting to that point are no better and no worse than my way or your way. There's no wrong path, there's no right path. In life, it's like listening to a general reading. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. Okay, so I pulled 2 energy oracle cards to clarify what we have so far. The sun, well, this makes sense. Your vibrational set point is currently rising and you're going through some really positive changes right now. The cards were struggling to find your highest vibrational set point because it's in flux right now. Things are changing for the better for you. And no reading is ever set in stone. You always have free will to change every aspect you ever hear in a reading from me or from anywhere else. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The sun is such a positive card here. You can reclaim your power and really realize that your emotions and the stress we all experience every day don't need to control you, that you do have power over how you choose to react. I've used this example before, but it's like in the film The Labyrinth, Sarah standing in front of the Goblin King and saying, "You have no power over me." And that aha moment makes everything negative that she manifested fall away, while all of the positive aspects, the friends, the soul tribe, her family, and the mirrored aspects of herself that were all positive, they stayed. That moment, that combination, a step up, a new vibrational set point. Goddess of the Moon. Receiving wisdom, getting downloads, having breakthroughs. Yeah, things are changing for the better for you right now, and it's because you're stepping up spiritually. 52, I'm drawn to that. This makes me feel like, yeah, 52 weeks in a year. In the next year, from whenever you're watching this, it's going to be a really good year for you, where you start seeing some very positive results and get some deep clarity. You'll find that your intuition is one of the most powerful manifesting strengths that you have, that you receive information from anywhere and everywhere that's exactly what you need. The universe nudging you in the right direction all the time. You have always been able to connect in. You didn't always feel able to trust that knowledge or let it guide you in the way that you're becoming able to do now. I asked the Angel Tarot to tell us the best way to use our manifesting strengths. The Wheel. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Things are always working out for you. Trust that. Know that. No situation is ever permanent. Change is inevitable. Accepting that and allowing change in allows things to change for the better. Allow all of those old blocks to lift. and draw on the strength that the contrast you experienced in the past gave you. You're wise now, and you can pass that wisdom on. Expect new opportunities and new experiences to show up. Set intentions and then allow the universe to do its thing and surprise and delight you. I have a check from the universe. We're in the notes. It says, I always surprise and delight. And I've put that on my vision board. The Hermit. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. Meditation is a huge key for you in manifesting, really important. The Hermit isn't about getting rid of all the people around you that seemingly don't allow you to be in your high vibration, though. The Hermit doesn't shut themselves away. In most decks, they are out experiencing life, shining a light on it to find answers. And it's the same in this one. Look, you can see he's out. He's not shut in a cave somewhere. The answers you seek are within you already, is the message here. Turn inwards, yeah, but don't shut the world out. There's a big difference between being alone and being lonely. Becoming comfortable inside our own heads and skin is as important as getting on with other people. Like yourself as well as loving yourself unconditionally, exactly as you are. Spiritual teaching and guidance too. I think you're on the path that's going to allow you to share what you've learned with others. King of Water. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. Here's how you use that ability you learned when emotions overwhelmed you. One of your blocks becomes one of the things that you could use to manifest. The feeling is the intention, remember? And you do feel deeply. So the positive aspect of that is that you can immerse yourself in the feeling of the intention manifested and really flow that feeling out. I'm hearing Dr. Joe Dispenza in my head. On one of his guided meditations that I use regularly, he says, come on, really feel. It's an integral part of the manifestation process. Tapping in to that love, that universal love and compassion, and feeling it flowing into you, through you, and back out to the universe. It's beautiful, and you have that capacity. I love it. Four of Fire, yes. Contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Really feeling that peace and contentment, the feeling of the manifestation fulfilled, is only that excitement at the point that it actualizes. After that, it becomes your new set point, your new normal. You don't stay popping champagne corks and 3 of Cups celebrating. You relax into the peace and contentment of that new level of abundance. The freedom of it brings deep satisfaction. Yeah, you did work hard, and it did feel rough in the middle of the contrast, but having come through it to the other side, now you feel free. Peace and harmony. Peace and harmony established and continually flowed out so that more of it flows in. You are a master at tapping into the feeling, flowing it, knowing how it would feel to have any intention manifest so that you can sift and sort based on that inbuilt vibrational, emotional barometer of yours. Right, so I asked the Everyday Witch Oracle to give me what your best manifestation technique is, remembering that I and the cards have no right to tell you what to do. Don't give us your power. Prosperity and abundance. I'm seeing gratitude practices that focus on the feelings of prosperity and abundance. You're the master emotional feeling manifester. So focusing on the feelings of prosperity and abundance. Count your blessings. And here, I do mean it in the way I meant about taking 100% responsibility for your life. Look at where you are and list all the things that you have that you are grateful for, that you had a hand in doing. Look at what you have already manifested too, even the parking spaces. Remember as many of them as you can and write them down. And it's a good idea to always note your manifesting successes in writing. That will help build your belief and your gratitude. Okay, so I'm going to write a second list too. Things that you don't have, that you have a feeling of longing or yearning about, like a lack list. See if your positives outweigh your negatives. I bet they do. And right there, you'll also have a clear, these are the things I need to either intend to manifest or let go of list, written from a completely different perspective. Under all this positive new step up, sun-touched energy, I'd also consider keeping a gratitude journal. Remember that longing and yearning for something isn't manifesting it. It's just holding you in the lack of it. Feeling as if it's already here is more important than acting as if it were already manifested. Feeling as if is, and so it is, done. Thank you, universe, spirit, God, whatever you call it. Well, group 2, that really was interesting energy. Thank you. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And let me know down in the comments if I got anything wrong. Click on the logo here to subscribe to the channel. And click the bell to turn on notifications so that you know when I post another pick a card reading like this one. I'm moving on to group 3, so bye now, group 2. Love and blessings to you. Group 3, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember that this is, as I always say, a general reading. So take what resonates, just leave the rest. You picked Lapis Lazuli, and it's beautiful. Lapis Lazuli, what it is, a deep blue stone with deep history. See ancient Egypt, Tutankhamun's eyeshadow, and the Old Testament, the high priest of Israel's vestments, and the Dutch Golden Age, Vermeer's palette. Who needs it? Cat people, Leos, anyone who uses the phrase in a past life, I'm totally convinced I was where to put it, as a spiritual armor that lets the world know when I walk into a room it's customary for you to bend the knee. When to use it. When your thoughts are not your friends, call on Lapis Lazuli to help you get out of whatever your mind has gotten you into. Ascend your rightful throne. Yeah, it is a very Leo energy. I should know, I'm a Leo sun. Right. I'm asked the Fairy Tarot really directly, what are your manifesting strengths? But I'm adding the disclaimer, this is you at your highest vibe possible. So even if it doesn't sound like you as you are right now, I tell it like it is. But we're all about the most positive aspects of your manifesting abilities for 4 cards here. 3 of Summer. News worth celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births. Friends you cherish. You have an inbuilt ability to celebrate life in every aspect. I'm hearing the line from the song, Reasons to be cheerful. 1, 2, 3. Finding things to smile about in the most mundane of things. Seeing the humour when it all seems to fall apart. You know that if you stay happy regardless of what's going on, then you'll get more reasons to be happy. Gratitude too, deeply felt and often expressed, taking nothing and no one for granted. You express your love and appreciation to the family and friends around you too. A real feeling of community, cooperation, co-creation. Princess of Spring. Haha! Creativity. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Love this image. Beautiful. Fairy on a swing with a cherry blossom. Artist, singer, dancer, actor, chef, writer, poet, any of the above or all of them. One of your greatest manifesting strengths is that you're not afraid to go after your dreams. That doesn't mean chasing them, it means flowing them. You chase them, you're not going to catch them. You're optimistic and enthusiastic, a breath of fresh air. There's a childlike energy around that old soul of yours, innocent and yet still wise. You flow in fun and joy and happy creativity that flows back the money and abundance. Getting lost in the things that fascinate you is a great manifesting tool. Us creatives, we are the base manifestors. I always say that creation of art, whatever shape it takes, it's the fundamental of manifesting on the physical. We see it in our mind and we produce it. And it's a work of art, a painting, the perfect dessert. We see it and we make it real. That's why creatives in high energy are such good manifestors. It's only when we get hit with the artist's curse that we produce negative results. Keep it light-hearted and fun. Flow it out. Lovely, happy energy. King of Summer. Here's the wise side of your old soul. A romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. Deeply spiritual. A depth of understanding that comes from lessons learned. You aren't the happy-go-lucky fool about to walk off a cliff with no way of knowing that what's at the bottom will save you. No. You're like Dumbledore. There's steel behind that twinkle in your eye. You do show compassion, empathy, understanding. You accept that other people are who they are, where they are, and you listen and love them anyway. Sometimes the advice that comes out of your mouth is so profound that you surprise yourself, but you flow it in from that deep compassion for others. You can be empathic without taking on their energy and feeling it as if it were yours. Prince of Winter. Seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively. Sudden or unexpected changes. And here's the intelligent and logical part of you that underlies everything you are. It isn't the most important aspect of your personality, although I feel it used to be, but it's still there and still serving you well now that it doesn't overrule your heart. Unexpected changes don't throw you into a negative loop. You use that intellect to make sure that your focus, your intention is in the right direction. And you also accept that you need the creative outlet to be happy, that pure logic can only explain so much, that there are worlds and universes beyond logic. Logic used to make you a little frustrated because the more you learned, the more you needed to learn. But now you know it doesn't really matter. It isn't important that everyone's in that position. And as the observer affects the observed, we can't really ever expect to find objective truth. It's all subjective. You get this. You've really grokked the concept. And in a lot of ways, it's freed you. I asked the good tarot if there was anything stuck in our vibrational energy. Queen of Air. Clarity of purpose. There's a fine balance to be maintained between letting go and letting God, and allowing the downstream flow and not having any sort of intention or direction at all. If you don't know what you want, then you can't intend for it. Take this as you will and leave it if it's not what you want, what you need to hear. Simply being happy creating in the moment is fine and beautiful and very satisfying and fulfilling. Is it everything that you will always desire, though? If you're not there yet, then it is a lovely place to set the intention to get to. I'm not saying that it isn't. A very nice energy to tap into. Is that it, though, and all of it? Is there a higher intention that you're just not setting? And if that's the case, then why? This queen has her intentions in line with her understanding. Perhaps when your understanding is greater, then you move forward. That also doesn't mean that you were wrong before, just that you know more now, and that lets you move forward. Nothing's ever set in stone, and you can create anything. I hope that made sense. Four of Earth. A little bit of holding on to what you have for fear that you will lose everything and not gain more than you lose. A touch of the lack fears. Also feeling that asking for more would be greedy, more than you deserve, so you hold yourself back. Remember that you can't manifest by depriving anyone else of anything. That's not how it works. It's only lack and scarcity thinking that believes that to be the case. In an abundance mindset, it's always win-win, no lack, no competition. Everyone has the ability to manifest more than they could possibly need. And if you're working for your highest good, then you're automatically working for the highest good of everyone else too. It can't be any other way. Your highest good has to include the highest good of everyone else, because we're all one. What you manifest for yourself, you're manifesting for the universe. Even if it is only the outpouring of joy and gratitude, because that raises the planet vibration. Four of Fire. Letting go and leaping into the creative side of your personality has more than a few fears around it. To vibe that happy-go-lucky creative flow, you do have to move out of your comfort zone. The key to that is to find and allow in other people who are on your wavelength, who have gone from purely intellectual to creative and intuitive and successfully balance the two. Letting people in to share that happy abundance might feel really scary. And I'm not saying that you should, I'm just saying that cards say that this is an aspect that seems to be stuck for you, and it's your choice as to if that's even true for you, let alone if you intend to change it. Five of Earth. The illusion of lack. Overlooked treasure. I can see that clearly. It's that change in perspective that will flow you into your manifesting strengths. Look at all you have, all the abundance around you already. You did that. You manifested all of that, whether you did it consciously or not. Every single creative thing you have ever done has produced a tangible result. Not always exactly what you wanted, but hey, that's life. Don't look at everything that's wrong. Focus on everything that's right. Glass half full? Hell no. Glass full to overflowing, and hey, that wasn't my glass. My glass is double that size. No one will take what you have from you when you intend for more. It won't all fall down around your ears. The illusion of lack manifests only more illusion of lack. Let go of the fear of lack. I pulled 2 energy oracle cards to clarify what we have so far. the thinking man, yeah, that's who you were before you started this spiritual path. That has you thinking creatively as well as logically now. And I don't care whether you're male or female, that was you flowing the logical, divine masculine aspect. Again, there could be someone else or more than one person who has or will share with you their perspective on going from the pure logic to the creative, intuitive, and spiritual. Be open to new perspectives on all of this. There is no one right way, and your logical mind may still hate that aspect of this, but your spiritual heart loves it. Excuse me. Victory. When your head and your heart agree, when you're finally able to get to the coherent point, that's going to be a sweet moment where it all seems to make sense at last. When you can actually see where our highest vibe self could actually live the way the fairy tarot was telling us that you could live. There are two sides to this card. It's either physical or spiritual. So it's either a physical victory and success on the material plane, or a spiritual victory and a step up. An inner change that you've been working towards bringing in for you. You know now that there's always a next level, that you're never finished. You can't get it all done. Each spiritual step up, each awakening just brings us to the next level of learning, so we can go deeper or higher. The scale's sideways. There's no heights or depths. No one is better or more enlightened than anyone else, and it isn't a competition. This victory is personal, a victory over blocks and levels of understanding in yourself. It's not a victory over others. I asked the Angel Tarot to tell us the best way that you can use your manifesting strength. Queen of Earth, make time for those around you, take a sensible approach, deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Enjoy time with other people. That's a huge key for you. Letting other people knock you off your high vibe doesn't help you or them. You do have a lot to contribute, even if you're always in the kitchen at parties. You make the best party food, and the kitchen is where the actual happy socializing and conversations happen. The negative ones all happens in the bathroom, so don't go there unless absolutely necessary. Joking aside, always be ready and willing to help. I think a lot of your manifestations will come about when you feel that you deserve them. So having gratitude flow in will help you feel that deservingness. Never underestimate your resourcefulness either. You have some really good solutions to other people's challenges that you can get to because you see it all logically and can get out of the emotions of it. Six of Fire. Victory, good news on its way, public recognition or rewards. It's the victory card again. You're not afraid to take the inspired action. In fact, you really do understand that it's necessary, and that's probably where you win more often than most people. You don't sit on the sofa waiting for the success to come to you. You get out there and do it. Even if that's just putting yourself out there online from the sofa, it's still action taken. Expect to be successful. Don't take the attitude that you're creating some sort of insurance policy against the worst case scenario by imagining it and planning for it. Picture only the best case scenario and imagine and plan for that. The best way to use this is to feel good about yourself, quirky idiosyncrasies and all. Be yourself and shine. Awakening. What did I just say? Yes, be yourself. Look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Above all things, to thine own self be true. Taking a different perspective, you'll always be a strong way to come at every aspect of your life. And you can use your intellectual ability to do just that every time. A change of perspective may be all that's needed. Changing the way you approach the things that knock you off your high energy will help too. And again, you've got that ability to use that rational, logical mind of yours to do just that. The balance of that logic with the ability to feel and create, that's strong, that's powerful. If you can't go through something, you can go around it, or over it, or under it, or even change paths and avoid it altogether. Life experience, a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread your wings. It keeps happening to all of us, you know. Just when we think we have a handle on all this spiritual manifestation, law of attraction stuff, we get another aha moment and we say out loud, oh my God, I had this all wrong, and another whole level of understanding opens up. We weren't wrong before, and when it happens again, we haven't been wrong this whole time either. The universe opens this all up to us bit by bit, and we get it in bite-sized chunks. One bite at a time, remember, you can eat anything that way. When this happens, there are two ways we can react. We can accept it and keep on going, or panic and feel like the rug got pulled out from under us. The reality is that the rug never gets pulled out. It can feel that way. It's never the case. It's freedom, feeling like we can fly every time. It just keeps getting better. Right, I asked the Everyday Witch Oracle to give me what your best manifesting technique is. Remembering that the cards can't tell you what to do, and neither can I. Meditation to dig deep. Your logical mind doesn't like that very much, I feel. But it is true. One of the best ways to tap in, tune in, turn on that I know. There's a reason that spiritual teachers tell us to meditate, because it's so much easier to get us to stop thinking than it is to get us to change our thought patterns. A belief is a thought we keep thinking, so to change our beliefs we have to change our thought patterns. The problem is that we believe our thoughts are true, that the horrible self-deprecating negative critical voice in our heads is the real us, and we have to hide that true self from others, because if they knew the truth about us, according to that inner voice, they'd be horrified and disgusted. Meditation will eventually shut the voice up. At first we have to rise above it and ignore it, simply allow it to exist without judgment. We can give it something else to do, like chanting a mantra or producing a soothing mental image. Don't confuse that inner critic with your higher self or inner self either. That's not who you are. Meditation, deep meditation, make it a daily practice. It'll really help. Well, group 3, that was intense. Thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know down in the comments if I hit the nail on the head for you. Your feedback means a lot to me. If you click on the logo there, you can subscribe to the channel and click the bell to turn on notifications so that you know when I post another pick a card reading like this one. That's it from me for this week's reading. I'm sending you all my love and blessings. Bye now.